Alright, my Synchron community, welcome back to the video, and I'm sorry I'm late to the party. The ban list, I was actually editing a deck profile that you guys requested, and I was about to publish it to YouTube, and then the ban list dropped, and then that video just gets completely scrapped. We've actually got hit quite badly because we lost the Chaos Ruler, and this is so sad. But yeah, it was getting abused quite a lot by so many different decks, and I'm with this ban list, I am not disappointed that this is gone. Like we sort of expected this to get banned. What I'm more annoyed with is that our new build plays appointer and red reboot, and we needed red reboot, and out of nowhere red reboot gets banned. Like, it makes no sense. Trap decks are going to be having a field day, and our appointer just got limited, which is quite annoying. So yeah, I'm more salty over the traps that got hit over the Chaos Ruler. But obviously that means our deck has to change. It's quite scary because if we cannot find a replacement for the Chaos Ruler, we potentially have to lose our Omni Negate in Hot Red. But luckily I spent the night thinking about certain things, and I will get to it in a moment. But today it's the deck profile, just showcasing to you how we're going to play the deck moving forward. With the hit of Chaos Ruler. Before we continue, actually would like to mention something that in South Africa we have Solar Pop and Unplug Yourself, who sponsor Yugioh and all other tabletop games. And I'm actually trying to get our channel sponsored so that we can get, I don't know, like support or new sets to open up on the channel, or some just to help boost the channel, help boost our Synchron community, and it would help Yu-Gi-Oh players in South Africa. But yeah, I feel like this would really help all of us. So what I want you guys to do is go to the comments and type in, please sponsor us Solarpop / unplug yourself. That's the thing I want you to type out. I'll probably put the text on the screen to just help you guys know what to type out. But if you guys can just type this out, it would help us so much. I mean, like, if we get product to open up on the channel, something like that along those lines from Solarpop, I can literally go through sets, and actually now I can open up sets and be like, okay, actually these cards can help Synchron players. Like this card can potentially be used in a Synchron deck, and it would just help our Synchron community grow so much more, and give us more knowledge on different sets. Because obviously I don't open content on my channel or in general at all because it's hella expensive. But if you got that would be really helpful. And also to Solar Pop and Unplug Yourself, if you are watching this, I am going to start a new series on my channel called Synchron versus the World. So to everyone watching, if you're interested in that, stay tuned. I will mention a little bit more information on that at the end of the video. But without any more plugging and all of that stuff, let's actually get into the bulk of this, which is the deck profile. We play 3 Junk Synchron, 3 Stardust Synchron. This won't change anytime soon until there's new support. Obviously, I don't know when it's coming out, but we get Psychic Rover in Darkwing Blast, which is going to be amazing. Then we get Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon, the level 8 Synchro. It's a tune. That thing is amazing. I don't know when it's coming out, but if we get that, it just makes our combo line so much better. I think it's, what is it, Stardust Worm or something like that. That's also a very interesting card. I don't really know how to use it at the moment. Like, I haven't been thinking that much about it, but yeah, that would also be potentially very interesting. But then we have Jet Synchron and Cyber Synchron. Obviously, I wish this was a second Jet, but it is what it is. But the protection is always good. And those are the Synchron tuners. Next, we move into the non-tuners, and the most important one is Doppel Warrior. This one just gives you full combo, and even with the new additions I've made to the deck, because of Chaos Ruler, this still works really well. Then the second best option is 3 Junk Converter. Junk Converter still works, and it works very well with one of the additions I made in the deck, because obviously we lost Red Reboot, so I'm actually trying out something a little spicy, and I'll get to that in a minute. But Junk Converter works really well with that. And then the worst of the lot, which is the Caligo. It still does the job, but you're like, Ash is a problem with this card. But it does help you continue comboing if your Junk Synchron gets negated. So you just drop the Caligo and you make speeder and you keep going. Then the Jester Confit, which is the counterpart to Stardust Synchron, and it just helps you level climb. Like, I mean, what if your Shaman gets negated? It's weird. Sometimes people just drop like cold buys and random stuff on or imperm on Shaman. It's weird. And then you just drop just a convert, you go into your middle march and you just keep going. Or even if you need it or with Jet Synchron to make the Shaman in the first place, convert is amazing. And then I'm still playing the Dawnwalker package. I was actually contemplating playing the Duskwalker package with Supe to make Moondragon Quilla, and use Quilla and a level 3 tuner to make Hot Red that way. But I feel, look, I'm trying out a level 8 build first, and if this doesn't work as well, I might consider that. But for now, Dawnwalker is still in, so I'm actually really happy about that. And then the one-offs, the Mare that helps us facilitate going to the Nibiru play and the Junk Converter play, Testudo, which is our free tuner and it baits a lot of hand traps, and Stardust Trail, we can't play without it. And then the spells, Synchro Overtake, this got reprinted, as well as Stardust Synchron in the Megatons as Ultras, so, and they're much cheaper now, so if you still haven't picked it up, I do recommend picking it up now. And then Tuning, this you can't skip out on it, you have to play it at 3, because what if you draw into the wrong Synchron, and you need, and you don't open things like Junk Converter and stuff like that. So yeah, then you can use Tuning to search for the correct Synchron that you need. So usually it's Junk going, and you can mill a card. So I hope sometimes, if you're very lucky, you'll mill a Doppel Warrior or a Junk Convert or even a Kaligo. But it's, yeah, I don't have luck with this card. I just want to throw my deck out the window when I mill off of Tuning, because I always mill either a second Tuning or a Synchro Overtake. So yeah, but anyway, then it's the Foolish Burial, Stardust Illumination, Rota, Called by, Monster Reborn, and I removed the Magical Midbreaker because with our trap lineup, it just gives us more negatives than it ever did positives. So I removed it and put in Dragon Shrine. This just helps get Destrudo and Trail into the graveyard, because sometimes Stardust Synchron gets ashed, and then you don't get your Illumination to hand, and then yeah, you don't get your Trail, so you need Dragon Shrine. And then my replacement for the red reboot, and this is a little spicy, but I'm playing Ghostest and Spooky Dogwood. It's weird, I know, but it's a tuner. It helps convert, like you can pitches to the grave and just combo off. But also it stops your opponent from special summoning and comboing off a lot, because you just gain the life points. So it sort of caps them. It's like a little, I don't know if you want to say, it's like a pseudo maxi, I guess. But obviously instead of drawing, you're gaining life points. But it does have the little negative that if you don't get to gain life points with this effect, you just pay off your life points, which is kind of sucky. But no one's expecting Dogwood, so yeah, I think it'll do really well. But we'll see, I don't know. And then we move into the hand trap segment, and this is where I'm salty. We lost one appointer. Oh, appointer's been moved to 1, and I play 2 Crackdown. Then I play 1 Ash and my 2 Bottomless, and Bottomless is the thing that conflicted the most with Magical Midbreaker, because it just kept negating Bottomless, because most stuff happens in the main phase 1. So you need Bottomless then, and Magical Midbreaker just gave too much negatives, so yeah, I had to remove it. And then we play 2 DD Crow and Imperm and Chalice. I would play the second Imperm if I had it, but Chalice is my replacement. Or if I had a Droplet, I'd play the Droplet, but yeah, I don't. So that's what I've got to work. Then we move into the side deck, and then we'll get into the spicy extra deck where obviously things have changed because we got no Chaos Ruler. Side deck, like I said, if I'm feeling spicy, Blazer's always there, and if I'm going into full combo a lot, you just make Blazer. I've shown so many combos where on how to make this. Like you can go the Nibiru guide where you can make this. You can go the Junk Doppel 2.0 version that I made, where you make a Blazer, a Herald, and a level 10. Obviously I'm not playing the level 10, so yeah, I don't use that combo line. But yeah, Blazer is still really cool to have. Then for going second, 3 Dark Ruler, 2 Gamma, and Driver. Honestly, at this point, speaking of this package, because we lost red reboots and traps are running rampant, we're gonna have to try and need to try and get my hands on Saravis and Psy-Frame Gear Epsilon. I don't know, but the problem with that package is you have to play 3 Driver or 2 Driver, which is bricky as hell, because if you want to play Gamma and Epsilon, you need to have 2 of these, or 3, because it's quite annoying, but you need it. And then now Mystic Mine escaped the ban list. which I'm okay with. I would have wished they could have like limited or banned the stuff that protected Mystic Mine or things that protect field spells. Yeah, I play Harpy's Feather Duster, Cosmic Cyclone, Mystical Space Typhoon. I might even play the addition of our Night Beams that I used to have, just to hit set spells and traps. That could be a shout considering most people are going to be playing back row now. And then at my locals, there is a matchup I 100% always lose to, and that's Attic Nistas because of the huge tower, that 6k tower they make, and we have no out to it in the main deck or in the extra deck. So I had to rethink a little bit, and I'm playing 3 Kaijus just to spot removal that annoying card. But even Crystal Wing can't get rid of it. And the nice thing with Kaijus is it doesn't trigger off tier elements effects in the graveyard, like because obviously this is a tribute, so you can spot removal a tier on your opponent's side of the field, and they don't get the effect to fuse in the graveyard. But however, if you do play uninterrupted Kaiju Slumber, which wipes the field, then they get the effect, so please be careful of that. But a Kaiju, it's very reassuring to have this in the side deck, because you know you can always get rid of things that you can't out. And then Lancia, because there's like 3 Flunder players at my locals, so I'm always have to be prepared for that. And then Ogre, just in case of the adventure package, because it never got hit on the ban list, so you need to snipe the Griffin Rider out of the sky with this card. But yeah, that's my side deck. Side deck. Let's move on to the extra deck. Firstly, we play 1 Shaman, 1 Metal Marcher, and where are you? Cupid. These are the small guys that help you level climb into the big guys, and our boss monsters, so stuff like Herald and all the other stuff. But yeah, it's very important. And also for people, I do recommend picking up Saravis right now, because we lost red reboots, and Herald is amazing now, because if this gets sent to the grave, you can search your Saravis, which is very good. So please, it's something you can consider. I'm still looking into it on my end. But yeah, then the heart and soul of the deck, Junk Speeder. It would be really funny if we ever saw Junk Speeder on the ban list. It would be very funny, because now obviously the Christian Hackley Brick is gone. So Speeder is the only thing that can special summon tuners or spam tuners to that level, and even better. So who knows, maybe we'll see some people doing synchro shenanigans with Speeder, but I highly doubt it. And then the Librarian, which just gives us so much positive, like draw, amazing. And we need it now because we can't mill for Chaos Ruler. And then Excel, Junk Warrior, those are the rest of the level 5. Junk Warrior, you really do need it because Synchro Overtake. Stardust Charge Warrior, a free draw, and yeah, we needed to keep level climbing. Yazi just helps facilitate our Junk Converter guide and the Post Nibiru guide. It's very important, we can't skip out on Yazi. And for people who can't, like now obviously the thing that comes into question is what do we replace for Chaos Ruler? And obviously some people can go to a level 7 and you can potentially go into Stardust Dragon, and then obviously if you're not playing Baron and you need a level 10, you can go into Shoot. And obviously if you have Stardust, you lose Hot Red, which is the Omni, so some people could potentially play Shooting Star Dragon or something like that. So this is a potential option. I'm not gonna play this because I think I found something a little better. But you can also go into the route of a level 7, so you can probably bring back FA Dawn Dragster. You can go into a Clearwing Synchro Dragon. There's so many options. But I am playing Scarlight, because I think this works a little bit better than all the other cards I've just mentioned. Because going second, this thing is brilliant. Going first, you don't have to activate its effect, and you just use it as things to make into your Hot Red. And then for the rest of the level 8s is Omega and Crystal Wing. I'm so glad Omega and Crystal Wing are still here because they're so important to the deck. And then obviously the Hot Red, and then Vermilion Dragon. And that's the extra deck. Honestly, look, I'm sad we've lost Chaos Ruler, but I'm happy we found replacements, because I mean I'm gonna test this out and I'm gonna see how it does. But yeah, I mean I'll only know once I've actually tested it out. But if Scarlight doesn't do the job, like I mentioned, there's always Stardust, or we can always go into the Duskwalker package, make Moondragon Quiller, and make Hot Red that way. But yeah, that's the deck profile. And as I mentioned earlier, if you guys did manage to make it to this point of the video, I want to say just a quick thank you for supporting me and for being interested, because as much as this is my channel, I'm trying to help all of you guys. Obviously because post bandlist, but I mentioned that I'm going to be doing a Synchron versus the world kind of series. And what do I mean by this? So what I plan to do is have a sort of series, as obviously I first want to get monetized, so hit 1,000, but up till that point we're going to be going around playing local South African players, people at my locals, introducing new people to the channel, and just taking Synchron versus all these crazy decks and see how we do. And then my goal is, once we hit 1,000,000 subscribers and hopefully make money off of that, I want to try and take this worldwide, go around the world, play some of the best players that we know, and hopefully I get to come around and play some of you guys, which would be amazing. Synchron versus Synchron, and we all get to show how we play the deck. It's a battle of the fittest and see who does the best. And I thought that would be pretty fun. And then also we can host tournaments like on EDO Pro, stuff like that, where I get to play some of you guys. But that'll be fun. Like, I mean, it grows the community. I get to meet some of you guys. You guys get to come on the channel, and then the rest of the community get to see who you are, what you're capable of. And you get to see all the other crazy players. But yeah, that's my plans for now. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. If you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.